And what an awesome weather pattern we have had here. Hasn't this been absolutely incredible? Yesterday was a perfect day for being out and working in the yard. I got a chance to do that for a little bit here. It wasn't too terribly hot. The crocuses are up. My snowdrops are up. And the birds are back. I saw my first robins this past week that are up here. I would assume now some robins stay here during the entire winter. A few of them stay in the woods. Most of them migrate south, but they're back. I saw a red-winged blackbird back here, so it certainly looks like spring out there. Now, spring never comes for good, this time of year. There's always a little bit of snow that falls in April most years, but don't see anything like that coming anytime soon. We got a lot to talk about here. Got an interesting picture to show you. This is the Muskegon Channel, and first of all, look how calm it was at sunset. Very little wind out there, and so it was looking pretty good, and the ice is pretty much gone. Take a look at the words down at the bottom here. This was really interesting. I love when something like this happens. 7 o'clock, the temperature at the Muskegon Beach was 40.5. Pretty cool. There was a northwest wind coming in off the water. A lake breeze had kicked in, and so that's why it was cooler. In Grand Rapids, we had a high temperature of 62. So here in the evening, we're only at 40.5 here. The wind was northwest off the water, and the humidity was 63%. Then look what happened. The wind shifted and started coming off the land from the east. And look at this. The temperature went up 10 degrees at sunset. It went up from 40 to 50.7. The wind was east there, but fairly light, and the humidity dropped from 63% to 39%. That kind of thing happens a lot. In fact, right at the lakeshore, sometimes you can get the high temperature for the day occurring at either 11 o'clock in the morning before the lake breeze kicks in, or at 8 o'clock at night when the land breeze takes over once again. So very fascinating to look at the climatology of Lake Michigan and what that does here to shoreline areas. Well, let's take a look right now at some climate notes. No measurable snow here since February 19th. That's quite a stretch. That's about 3 weeks here without any measurable snow. We've had some trace amounts, and that's about it. High temperatures yesterday. Look at Terre Haute, Indiana, 78. We got a south wind coming here tomorrow, so watch our temperatures climb up above 70 for the first time since last October. So it should really feel warm. Now, the breeze is going to kick up a little bit tomorrow. It won't be quite as calm as it was here today. Even up in the UP, Copper Harbor, which sticks out there in Lake Superior, did manage to make it up to 40 degrees. There's still places in the UP that have over 30 inches of snow on the ground. And we have now had 6 mostly sunny days in a row. It's like we're in Phoenix, Arizona. And today will be partly sunny. It may turn out to be mostly sunny, but one more day to add to our string here before the clouds and the showers kind of take over. Well, let's take a look right now at something interesting. Satellite picture today, and you can see some high clouds passing off to the north around Traverse City and Cadillac. Those were fairly thin and allowed a little bit of dim sunshine to come through. Pretty much full sunshine with just a few very light, thin clouds down here in southern lower Michigan. But again, look at the ice that's pulled away from shore. We had a little bit of an east wind here on Wednesday, and that pushed the ice away from the shoreline out into the lake there by a few miles. Winds are going to be south tomorrow, so that band is probably going to start to move a little bit to the north. And if you're up in Oceana County and there was no ice there in the lake, maybe that wind pulls that ice up toward your area here, up past Whitehall during the day today. It's kind of interesting to see that happen. Let's take a look right now at our commercial for the day. We want to thank our sponsors. Complete Care Concierge is our first sponsor. They feature a fast, efficient, and affordable cleaning service for you. They've got you covered, serving all of West Michigan. They offer a one-time clean, a daily clean, if you like, weekly or bi-weekly cleans. Plus, when you move in, when you move out, make sure you're clean there as well. We also service apartment hallways and laundry rooms. The work is guaranteed, so you're getting a good deal. Gift cards are available, and we even clean on weekends. There's no better way to say I love you than giving a tired mom a break from dishes and from laundry. Are you a professional? Pamper yourself by taking vacuuming and dusting off your plate. Office manager, keep your business looking and feeling its very best. There's the number to call right on the screen, area code 616-264-1397. Once again, that's 616-264-1397. Today for a spotless space and total peace of mind.
When your home needs help, you might not know where to start. Why not ask Ace? We're always here to help with Ace Handyman Services. Our talented craftsmen handle everything from drywall and carpentry to doors and kitchens. We're the neighbors you trust to get the job done right. Let's get started. Book your handyman appointment today. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
That's acehandymanservices.com. So once again, we want to thank our sponsors. Hey, our headlines feature warm weather, first 70-degree day of the year here in West Michigan today. And even at the lakeshore, because the wind is going to be south-southeast, you may make 70 if you're on the beach at Muskegon. That's not a sure thing, but certainly a possibility. Dry weather expected through the day today, but we will see an area of showers and thunderstorms come through. And the odds of getting rain with this is about 100%. There will be this band coming through late Friday night after midnight in most areas. So that means if you got something going on here this Friday, make sure you pay attention to the weather and all of that. But you may be able to get through Friday evening here before the rain moves in. And again, there is that possibility for a thunderstorm here as well. And it will be a windy Saturday, gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So beware of the fact that things could blow around a little bit. Make sure the garbage bin is secure and all of that here. Wednesday, or actually, we could see some wind gusts up into the 40 to 50 mile an hour range here during the day on Saturday. Saturday will still be a warm day, but then we'll turn colder again here as we head into Sunday. It'll be quite a difference there. 72-hour snowfall across the area, and that's concentrated out in the western United States. While this storm will be bringing mostly rain for us, there will be a band of snow in the eastern Dakotas up into Minnesota. Some places they're seeing 3 to 6 inches of new snow. But boy, out west, they are just getting clobbered out there. I was looking at some of the obs, some of the mountain areas, visibilities are near zero in heavy snow, and that should continue here through this Friday morning into the early afternoon at least. You can see that band of snow in the Cascades, the Sierra Nevada, down almost to the area north of Los Angeles, picking up on that heavy snow. I wanted to show you what Portland, Oregon was expecting. There's that band. Those are winter storm warnings in the pink color right there. And look at what they write down at the bottom. Total snow accumulations ranging from 1 to 2 feet, except 2 to 4 feet above 5,000 feet. Now, that's not 5,000 feet is Denver, Colorado. Okay, that's not just the tallest peaks. I mean, that's a pretty sizable area that's going to be seeing that heavy snow. And it comes with winds gusting to 50 to 60 miles an hour. And so that means that there'll be a lot of drifting out there as well. Very difficult getting across the mountains out there. Well, nothing like that here for us. Our forecast today calls for temperatures to reach the low 70s. There will be mid-70s off to the south of Grand Rapids. I could certainly see Kalamazoo and Battle Creek reaching 75. Very warm day out there. The humidity at 50%. Winds be southeast or south-southeast, and then picking up to 10 to 20 miles an hour here during the day. So it does get a little bit breezy. High temperatures here for this Friday should be up into the low 70s. You can see the warm air heads to the north. Temperatures 50s and 60s until you get up into the UP. Some areas there still have quite a bit of snow on the ground, and their temperatures should be tempered a little bit back into the 40s, but most all the area picking up on a very warm spring-like day this Friday. We stay warm on Saturday, but the cold air starts to come in. That 70-degree temperature may occur around noon or so, with temperatures falling during the afternoon. You can see we're only low 60s Milwaukee, mid-upper 50s by the time you get back to Madison, so that cool air will be coming on in. And again, watch out for some pretty strong winds here on Saturday. Now look at those temperatures and compare them to Sunday. We got Sunday's temperatures for you, and much different. I think in the afternoon, temperature will probably be around 40, and it won't feel like 40. It'll feel more like 20 because we'll continue to have a stiff wind. Temperatures probably not warmer than about the low to mid 30s up there in the UP. So there'll be a little bit of snow accumulation up there, maybe a dusting or so, but nothing of much consequence here. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Again, the showers and thunderstorms come late Friday night and Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, we may see a smidgen of sunshine here. Sunday, some rain showers, possibility for a snowflake or two mixing in above freezing, though, so roads would just be wet. Dry weather expected here Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday could actually be a sunny day, and the temperature bounces back up from 43 Sunday to 50 here Monday afternoon, and then to 62 on Tuesday. And then the end of next week looks stormy again. We're going to see another system come in that'll have severe weather, hopefully south of us, and some rain and wind for us here in West Michigan. The severe weather is certainly something to talk about. This is a moderate risk. I would not be surprised if there was a narrow little high risk area with this. This is going to be significant with tornadoes, certainly a possibility, and a rather wide swath of damaging winds with a front that's coming through. The National Weather Service actually warns that the highest wind gusts with some of the thunderstorms could reach 90 miles an hour across parts of Missouri and Illinois. So certainly something to keep an eye on. And that for us wouldn't come until late Friday night. And as that line weakens, we're only in the dark green or marginal rate for severe weather. There's a much better bet for severe weather as you travel southwest of the Chicago area. For Saturday, the severe weather shifts off to the south. I'll have to warn my daughter, Michelle, who is working at the airport this evening in Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham is listed down on the bottom. If you take a look at the rows there with the town and city names right there, Birmingham is listed right there in that moderate risk area. And again, significant threat of wind damage and the possibility of tornadoes as well. The slight risk area comes all the way up to Canada, all the way up to Lake Erie. Fortunately, that will all be pretty much south of us. So while there may be a rumble or two of thunder here during the morning, I expect any chance of severe weather to pretty much be east of Lansing and Jackson here during the day Saturday. And then on Sunday, a quick note that the severe weather shifts to the east. That's a slight risk in the yellow color, but it comes all the way up to just about New York City from the Gulf area. So 3 days of severe weather. We'll certainly be tracking that here at BillSteffen.com and have more for you. We'll be updating the thread on that as well. Let's take a look at the long-range outlook for us here. This is the rain outlook, and boy, most of the country is green. We had a fairly dry winter here in the Great Lakes. We had a lot of lake effect snow, but not much beyond that. But we expect a wetter pattern again. That we'll see rain move in here Saturday morning, and then again later next week into Thursday and Friday, another decent batch of rain and thunderstorms a possibility here. Temperature-wise, much of the country is a little bit above average. You can see the orange and red color. Still a little bit of below out there in the western United States, but no sign of any Arctic cold or anything like that coming our way here. Now some pictures that Michelle provided for us here. First of all, National Pie Day. Now that we're not talking about the apple pie that you eat from the farms here in West Michigan, we're talking about a mathematical term. This is the circumference divided by the diameter equals pi, and that's the Greek letter pi there. I memorized it out to 3.14159. I think there's an 8 and 9 in it. At one point in time, I think I knew it out to about 20 digits, but I think all I remember now is 3.14159. And since today is March the 14th, 314, that's the reason that we celebrated that way, but it's kind of interesting. Next slide shows you, I believe, the 3.14159. So that's kind of neat little mathematical tie into the calendar that we have here during the day today. One more to pass along. I don't know if you saw the eclipse or not, but the eclipse was visible throughout a good portion of the United States and the Earth here. This is the Thursday night. It was actually early Friday morning at around 3 a.m. peaked here, and the moon turned kind of a blood red color here. The visibility in Michigan was pretty good for this here. And again, the peak occurring at around 3 o'clock in the morning. Do we have any more slides to pass along? Yes, we do. That is a slide of my old cat. We had 2 cats, and during COVID, you got to see the cats here in the man cave. Both of those cats have passed away, unfortunately. They were older cats, 14 years old. And Sir Yum was the cat of my mother-in-law, and she called the cat Yum Yum. And I thought when she passed away and we got the cat, that the Yum Yum wasn't dignified enough, so we decided to change the name to Sir Yum. And one of the things Sir Yum liked to do was to sit on jigsaw puzzles. So sometimes we had a little extra work to do there, but they were awesome cats. We have 3 new cats, which we picked up here a little over a year ago. We have Ellie Lou, and Ellie Lou stands for my mother and my wife's mother, Eleanor and Louise, so we combine them in Ellie Lou. We have another cat named Joy. Both of those cats are very friendly cats. Ellie Lou will come and sit in my lap for hours in the evening, and Joy really likes to be petted. And then the last cat we have didn't come without a name, Noname. So we gave it that name. We called it Nonami, or No Name. But it's a wonderful cat, and we certainly enjoy them. They're all rescue cats, and we often go in and say, if there's a cat there that needs some special attention, we wouldn't mind taking that cat. But we certainly have enjoyed the cats here. I think we're about done, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, we're not done. Take a look at this. What year, I haven't seen this here. What year did the Schnitzelbank close in Grand Rapids? Now, how many of you remember the Schnitzelbank? Raise your hand. The Schnitzelbank was a restaurant which was down on the near southeast side, down near the old St. Mary's Hospital. It had been here for decades. And what year did it close? Golly, that had to have been about 20 years ago. What I remember about it is the Grand Rapids Press had a person that wrote a food column and about restaurants, and it was almost always positive and wonderful. His name was Pete DeMag, and he would go with his wife Tootie DeMag, and they would go and visit restaurants. And his favorite restaurant was the Schnitzelbank. Bank, I think, Schnitzelbank is German. It was a German restaurant. Bank, I think, means bench. There's a song that goes, let me see if I get it right. Oh, du schöne, Schnitzelbank. And it's kind of like partridge in a pear tree, because you keep adding another term, and then you keep singing the chorus on through. But that was interesting. Okay, let's see what year it was. 2006, and it opened in 1934. Wow. Yeah, they had great German food. We go down every few years to Berghoff's in Chicago. And if you like that, and Mader's is the German restaurant, at least it was, in Milwaukee. So Mader's in Milwaukee, Berghoff's in Chicago. And there is a Berghoff's, by the way, at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. So if you're interested in a little bit of German food, you can stop by the Berghoff's restaurant there at O'Hare. But Schnitzelbank is no more, although I think they're still serving. There's a couple places in town that still serve occasional German food. I know the Edelweiss Club has a German dinner that they do every year, which is absolutely wonderful. And that's kind of neat. There's still a Schnitz Deli and Schnitz Bakery on Fulton Street in Grand Rapids, and open and delicious. And I have been there before. Sandwiches are fantastic. So you can check that out. Now, do we have anything more? I think we're done. It's me, Mike the Calder. Say thanks so much for coming on board and listening till the end. Michelle, again, is at work at the airport right now. Be aware of the fact that we do have that marginal risk for severe thunderstorms here early Saturday morning, and some of your friends in other states could get really clobbered. And stay up with later weather forecasts on that. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend.